Good morning, good day, wherever you are. My name is Graham, and I thought I'd better give some travel advice about before you decide to come to Australia. Australia's a wonderful place, a great diverse scenery if you've got a lot of time to spend travelling in cars to the diverse places. It's a very large place. Now, but there's a thing, and I was recently overseas and I was coming to Australia. I was in an overseas airport, waiting in the waiting room, and a very large lady, blonde haired lady, announced to me, "Aren't you excited? You can now marry another man when you go to Australia." And I said, "That's unfortunate because I'm homophobic." And she said, "Well, you can't be homophobic." I said, "Why not?" "Well, you can't be that." And she said, "Why not?" She said, "Well, you can't." I said, "Well, people can be homosexual. I can be homophobic." Well, she says, "You've got no right to be that." I said, "Well, hang on a minute. Were you to tell me?" She says, "I'm an homosexual." Well, I actually thought she was a lady. Very large, with large breasts. I thought she was a woman. Whoever done a really good job on her, sex change thing, done a wonderful job, because I thought really, with the size of her breasts, wonderful job of gender realignment, whatever it's called, on that lady. But the thing is, she got a little bit irate and then told me, "Don't go to Australia. If you don't agree with gay sex or sex with men, and that, don't go to Australia." That's what she said to me specifically, and this was at Vila Airport in Vanuatu. So that's a travel warning. Unless you are agreement to having homosexual sex, if you're a man, then Australia may not be the place for you anymore. It used to be the place of the big blonde Anzac, the tough, the really tough Aussie and all that. And like many places in the world now, because of the sort of dominance of the idea of homosexuality dominates their mind for some reason. Suddenly, used to be, other things dominate mine, but now homosexuality dominates the mind of Australians. Maybe you have to think twice about going there. I mean, unless you are homosexual, then of course, if you want to, homosexual, it's probably a paradise for you. But if you're not homosexual, it might be a bit difficult, because a lot of men, especially in Tasmania, do give you the eye. I mean, if you go to Tasmania, a lot of men, if you're a man, do give you the eye and the smiles and winks, and the women look like sheepishly like they're afraid of men. And they may have well, and that's sort of the same as Adelaide as well. If you smile at women in Adelaide, you could be arrested some parts of Adelaide just for smiling at women. But if you smile at men, well, you could end up sort of getting, but they think you're proposition, and they'll be happy about it. So, if you truthfully, I'm not saying don't go to Australia, I'm just saying that when you go there, you have to understand protocols have changed, and the image of the Aussie has changed. It used to be a big blonde Anzac, now it's a rather large lesbian or a sort of a gay man, and that's the image of Australia today. So, there you go. I just thought I'd let you know, and be careful what you say in Australia, because unless you say totally in agreement with everything the homosexual and lesbian lobby says, you could be in serious trouble for breaking some sort of law, PC, political correctness law that they've got. See, they believe equality means everyone says exactly the same thing about everything. They don't want to hear, because they said that we want diversity, but they do not want to hear a view that's totally contrary in any way to their own. So that's one thing you need to know in Australia. If you don't try to join in a conversation, listen to what they're saying first, and then nod in agreement with whatever they say, especially if the richest one, or the gay person, lesbian, or richest person saying something, nod in agreement with it, and they'll think you're a wonderful person. You could get on and become Prime Minister that way in this country, but of Australia. Anyway, that's a little travel warning. Before you decide to come to Australia, please consider this video, because it's based on observational facts. I've been told not to go to Australia by a very large lady in Vila Airport if I don't agree with gay sex. Well, I arrived here, I've avoided gay sex so far, and yeah, I sort of avoid too many contacts with the men because it might be a bit dicky these days, but never mind. Enjoy your travels anyway. And if you want a good heterosexual country, go to China. That's a good, or Russia. They're robustly heterosexual countries now. Yeah, you can choose your homosexual countries, which is Western countries, America, Britain, you know, Australia, New Zealand. Where they're homosexual countries like Canada, but you can choose heterosexual countries like Russia or China or Mongolia or any Muslim country. And the thing is, if you do want to avoid gay sex and have your children being told it's good for you to have gay sex and you'll get on better if you have gay sex, become a Muslim, convert to Islam, and then they're the one people who are not, there's no suggestion that they should become homosexuals by the general population. So it's just some advice, and maybe you can consider these things. Anyway, thank you. If you listen to this, my name is Graham, and God bless you all.